What's up, Clashers? Turin56 from iKonik here. Just doing a quick video today. All we're going to be talking about is just a demonstration of how strongly Supercell weights the expos when it comes to determining your individual war-based strength. I don't want to get too in-depth in this video about the whole concepts of 8.5 and 9.5 and all of that, but just to really briefly cover this, if you're not aware, Supercell has an algorithm that they use to determine this relative strength of every base in a war. They combine the relative strengths of all the individual members who are going to war, and that's what they try to match you up against, is a clan on the other side of the war who's going to have a relative overall strength to what you have. Now, how they do this is they look at 5 different things. They look at your town hall level, your heroes, your troops, your spells, and your defenses. They look at those 5 ingredients, if you will, and that's what makes up the recipe of how strong you are. Now, they haven't directly come out and said how strongly they weight each one of those, but more and more we're seeing very strong evidence that they weight the defenses heavily and offense less heavily. So the spells, the heroes, the troops, those are definitely weighted less heavily. So I'm not going to get into 8.5 theory, 9.5 theory. I may do a different video on that later. But really all I want to show is how heavily Supercell ranks the expos for new Town Hall 9s. So let's take a look right now. We're going to do a direct comparison between 2 bases, 2 members that are in the same war. Alright, so to show you the weight with which expos are valued in the war algorithm, let's look at a direct comparison here. We're going to look at Samoth, number 19, versus Master of Doom, number 20. Samoth is ranked higher in this war than Master of Doom is. Now let's look at them individually. We're going to look at their troops and their heroes and their bases. So we're not going to look at war bases because that would be silly to show those. Not going to give our potential opponents any advantages here. First, let's look at their troops. Master of Doom maxed out everything at Town Hall 8. Defenses, spells, troops, heroes. Since then, he has added the level 5 Archer Queen. He's upgraded the heal spell to level 6, the balloons to level 6, the hogs to level 5, and then has expanded the Dark Barracks to get the Witch and the Lava Hound. So let's look at Samoth's troops now. Samoth did not quite max everything out at Town Hall 8, but came pretty close. So we have the level 2 Archer Queen. The spells are all the same so far. He has upgraded the balloons to level 6, but nothing else. Hasn't opened up the Lava Hounds yet, although he does have the Witch. Hasn't upgraded the hogs yet, hasn't upgraded that heal spell yet, which Master of Doom has. And if you look at his wall breakers and his goblins, those were not maxed out at Town Hall 8 max. So those are down a couple levels from where Master of Doom is. So now let's look at these bases. Let's look at Master of Doom again first. Master of Doom maxed out all of the defenses at Town Hall 8. Since then, he has added all the new defenses that are available with the exception of the 2 expos. So he's got the extra Archer Tower, which has now been maxed out to Town Hall 8 max, which is level 10. He's added the extra Wizard Tower, which has now been maxed out to Town Hall 8 max, which is level 6. Same with the air defense. That's now the 4th air defense is up to level 6. He's also added the extra traps, which for the most part have been upgraded to their current max as well. So the big bombs, 3 of the 4 air mines, all of the air bombs. He hasn't done any of the little bombs yet, but pretty close on the traps. The only thing that's not maxed, that's new, is this level 5 Hidden Tesla, which is just 1 level below the Town Hall 8 max, which is level 6. Once that gets up to level 6, Master of Doom is just going to stay there. He's going to keep all of those defenses at as high as they can be for a Town Hall 8, even though he's a Town Hall 9. Now let's look at Samoth's base. Now, Samoth has also added all of these new defenses, but they're not as high of a level. So he has the new Archer Tower, but it's only at level 5. He has the new air defense, but it is currently only at level 3. A new Tesla, but it's level 1. And look at these other Teslas. We've got a level 4, a level 4, and a level 5. So all of those are under the Town Hall 8 max. There's the new Wizard Tower, which is only level 1. And a few new traps, but the Giant Bomb is not maxed yet. That's down to level 2. Look at these little bombs. Those are level 4, which is one level below where Master of Doom has them out, or has them at. And then these Seeking Air Mines, these are at level 1. The air bombs are lower level as well at level 2. So all of those traps, with the exception of the original bombs from what he had at Town Hall 8, are low level. The one difference, the one advantage that Samoth has over Master of Doom is the expos. He has the 2 expos that are up at level 1. This one is actually built. The other one is being built. It's under construction down over there, but it still counts in the war algorithm, because as soon as you start building something, of course, it shows up on your war base. That right there is going to show you how powerfully weighted these expos are. It's ridiculous. I mean, Master of Doom has the edge everywhere else. Spells, heroes, troops, every other defense there is, with the exception of those expos. The traps as well. But Samoth is still ranked higher. That's going to show you how powerfully those are weighted, and that's going to show you what an edge it can be to just not build those expos for a while. You're going to be ranked lower, which means you're going to bring in lower opponents. You're going to bring in easier opponents. You're going to bring in very, very new Town Hall 9s or beefy Town Hall 8s. And that's why at iKonik, I almost said at One Hive, we're not One Hive. That's why at iKonik we've been getting lopsided matchups down at the bottom of our map lately, because we've been using NWO for Life and Master of Doom have been using this 8.5 strategy, and so our opponents always have a couple of extra Town Hall 8s. So let's break that down into just a direct visual comparison. Let's look at all that right now. What we just saw with the comparison between Master of Doom and Samoth. 2 level 1 expos, so 2 levels of expos, is worth more than 5 combined levels of Archer Towers, 5 combined levels of Wizard Towers, 9 combined levels of Teslas, 3 combined levels of Air Defense, 3 levels of Heroes, 1 level of Spells, 4 levels of the Air Traps, meaning the mines and the bombs, 7 levels of bombs, both big and small, 2 levels of Skeleton Traps, and 5 levels of troops. Look at how heavy those expos are rated. Just ridiculous. So there you go, guys. That's about as clear of a demonstration as I have ever seen of how powerfully Supercell rates those expos over everything else. What you choose to do with that information is up to you. Personally, with my mini account, which is Master of Doom, I am going 8.5. I'm not going to build those expos for a while. I'm going to leave all those defenses at Town Hall 8 max, put all my gold into walls until my walls are up, get all my heroes up, my spells up, my troops up, and then I will start working on my defenses as well. This game is all about offense over defense. You should be able to, if you're in a hardcore war clan, take out a base that's harder than yours, and that's all there is to it. So there you go, you guys. I hope you learned a little something about the war algorithm at this one. So until next time, this is Turn 56, and keep on clashing.